I'm Lexi Lowery here with PHS Productions, and today we're here with City Council and Pelham Strong member Chad Leverett and Pelham Strong members Melissa Leverett and Melissa Holt. We know that the Christmas parade has become a big tradition in the Pelham community, going on year 3. We wanted to chat about the parade this Saturday and how Pelham Strong has contributed to all of it, and get the details and logistics of the preparations for an event like this. But first, if everyone could just go ahead and introduce yourselves. Chad, you can go first.
I'm Chad Leverett, founder of Pelham Strong. I serve on the City Council.
Hi, I'm Melissa Lewery. I serve on Pelham Strong board.
And I'm Melissa Holt, and I also serve on the Pelham Strong and Parade board.
Well, it's so great to have y'all here today. And we could just start it off with could y'all explain how this all got started in the first place?
I ran for office back in 2020 and met Rick Wash, who I ran against, and we became good friends, and we founded Pelham Strong. And we decided that we wanted to try to take on a Christmas parade because the city had never had a Christmas parade. And so we pitched it to the city leadership, and they bought into it, and the police department figured out which route they wanted it to go, which is still the route today. And we're just super excited that we were able to bring it to Pelham.
I love that we've had this tradition now. It's great. I think it's great for the community. And I know there's a lot of people, I'm sure, that contribute to the parade. And what are the logistics behind it all that spectators might not understand? And what all goes into it?
Well, the first year we started planning in January. And then last year we started probably around March or April, and this year we started around June. But the preparation it's a lot when you're planning things, because you have to remember this isn't just the parade. We have the tree lighting, we have the ice skating, we got pictures with Santa, the culinary arts folks, they do the cookies and the cider and hot chocolate. We do the ornament. There's just so many different things. There's almost like 7 events, give or take, within that one day. So it's a lot of preparation. Melissa Leverett and Melissa Holt do a lot of work behind the scenes, helping me carry out some of the weird things that pop into my head that we want to try. So we've added several things this year just to try to make it more fun.
You want to touch on the new things that have been added this year? I'm sure everyone would love to know.
Sure. We're going to do ice skating for ages 10 and under for kids and their families from 2:30 to 4:30. That's new this year. We have a huge gingerbread house that's made of balloons. That's going to be like a photo op for families. That'll be in the banquet hall. They're going to start building that tonight. It's going to take 5 to 6 hours to put that together. We've got Sponsor Row that we've added this year starting at 2:30, and we've moved them inside because of the rain. But we have 20, I think, tables set up. Wow. And so we're going to have some bingo cards this year that some of you guys might want to partake in. We have 32-inch TVs given away, and Yeti cups, and all you have to do is have your bingo card stamped at every one of the tables and put it in for the random drawing at 6 p.m.
I think people are really going to go for that one. I most likely am going to. Like you said, so many people and factors, they're involved. What does the decision process look like for all of this? It's such a big event. What do you have to factor and think about?
Well, you have to think about the impact of the community, the police department, the fire department, children, schools, and everything else. That's like weather. We've been looking at weather this whole week and wondering what's it going to look like on Saturday. And so when you change something, like let's say, for instance, the band, I've been in direct communication with Justin Ward, the band director, because you can't just say, okay, we're going to move the parade to Sunday. Yeah. Because you got all the kids and their families to reorg. So it's not that easy. It's easier moving it an hour up or an hour back like we did that first year. But even then, you've got the police department with their logistics and everything else. So it's a huge undertaking. There's a lot of people involved. There's a lot of participation from the high school with you guys. Yep. And the broadcast that you do. And every year you make it better and better. And I'm looking forward to the interviews this year. That's gonna be something pretty cool. But the SGA's involved. The ambassadors are involved. Culinary arts, like I mentioned. So it's a big community event, and it's getting bigger. All the schools participate. So logistically, it's a lot to put together.
Yeah, and with it being so much to put together, I'm sure you have to have a lot of passion and a lot of thought, wanting to do it. So where did that all come from? I know Pelham Strong's a big part of that, where the passion is.
You want me to take that one too?
Me? Go. No, you go.
Why don't y'all take one?
Whoever wants
Well, I
to.
know as far as just as an outsider, Chad and them started the parade, but I've always been involved in the Alabaster Parade, the Helena
Okay.
Parade, growing up, and it was always really disappointing that Pelham didn't have their own
It was,
parade.
yeah.
And so when I heard about this opportunity, I jumped on board with them towards the end, and I did a float. Each year. I won't be doing one this year, but anyways, it's just really special to have that in our own community,
Right.
because this parade is focused on Pelham, on our schools, on our communities, our businesses, and I think that is what makes it really special, is that it's Pelham based and Pelham focused.
Yeah, I think that too. Do you want to add to that?
No. I think Melissa covered all of that very well.
I mean, yeah, it's a big deal that Pelham has started this, and I think it's really going to bring everyone closer together. I think it already has, going on year 3.
For sure.
And from speaking on numbers from the past years, all I've personally heard is amazing comments and feedback. Is there any specific measures or new things that y'all have added to give a little more to the parade?
I think that's something we're always looking at,
Yeah.
how to improve, how to get better community involvement, which we really feel like we've gotten great buy-in from the community.
For sure.
As Chad mentioned, and all the schools participate to some degree, kids, organizations, the adults, just everyone around the community has done a very good job of jumping into some aspect of our parade and tree lighting event. And so really just kind of going through everyone that is involved in it, and what they may think. So we do look at adding in, such as like this year where we're adding the, I don't want to call it toddler time, ice skating.
The 10 and under,
But
for
for the
the smaller
10 and
kids,
under,
yeah. That's
we
sweet.
do have a number of younger kids that do enjoy the parade, and the
Yeah.
parade being at 5 o'clock. And let's just say if it's over at 6, and you got younger kids
Yeah,
that
younger.
are very early bedtimes, they won't get to ice skate. And so this
That makes
brings
sense.
in a good opportunity
Yeah.
for them to have a little extra fun before the parade, and then they can parade and head home and go on with their normal routines and things like that.
I love
So-
that we added that to it. I think because I have a little sister and she gets a little cranky after a certain time.
That's right.
And we want everyone to have fun. And I think that
Let
the
me add something. Let me add something just real quick. I think the other thing that's unique about Pelham is that we have a very diverse community, and we have a lot of Asians in the community. We have a lot of Hispanics in the community, white, black, and so we try to make sure that we touch all of those different audiences. We had a big uptick in the Hispanic, community last year specifically, but it's not just geared at one particular audience. It's geared at children, across the board. And so I think that's important to point out that we try to make it for everybody. So.
Yeah. That's one of the things I love most about Pelham, is how diverse we are, even in the school systems, I think, and the way that everybody gets along, And I love that the parade isn't geared just towards kids. It's adults love it too. Any teenagers love it. So do you believe that thinking has been portrayed to the community as well?
I think with, we have about 26,000 people that live in the city of Pelham, and we estimate that we had about 15,000 people attend last year. So you've got to figure that there's folks from around the community, outside of Pelham that are attending this event, because, and I know that Melissa Hull can probably speak more to this, but you go to some other parades and they're in the daytime or they're not lit up, and you come here and if you've seen pictures of the floats or you've been there, people put a lot of time in the schools even, so it's magical, it's the lights, the participation from everybody, the smiles on everybody's faces, and whether you're a high school student or an elementary school student or somebody with bills and a family, it gives you an opportunity, I think, to just put all that aside for an hour, and it's hard to find things like that today.
I love that. I mean, it just gives you a second to just take a breath and really think about what the true meaning of Christmas is, and being around your community and people you love. So, is there anything else y'all want to add, like that's newer or things like we might not know about, like sponsorships? People don't realize how much people sponsor this, and you have to get those people in and on board. Do y'all go around and ask, or do people come to you? Like, how does that process work?
I'll take the first part, and then I'll pass it as far as going around and asking. But we're fortunate to have a lot of Pelham-based businesses that support this event. I think they recognize how big it is, and businesses want to be part of the community. I think I saw Minutemen post on Facebook just today that when you spend $100 at a local business, roughly 70% of that money stays in the local economy, which is kind of staggering. But we're fortunate to have Colonial Pipeline come on board this year as a sponsor. Vulcan Steel Products came on board. Half Shell Oyster House came on board. They're going to have shrimp and grits on sponsor row. We've got the Enchanted Princesses of Birmingham, so that Elsa, Anna, and Olaf will be there from 2:30 to 4:30, and then Spider-Man, Beauty and the Beast will be there from 7 to 9, I think it is.
Kids are gonna love that.
We've got the Park and Rec is going to have a craft to do. Melissa can talk more about a game that she's going to have, but we've got a balloon twisting artist that's going to be on Sponsor Row, face painting. So we're happy to have the support from the businesses, and as far as actually going after the businesses and getting the information out to them, I'll let the two Melissas talk on that.
So we start out in September, I think, looking to all the Pelham businesses.
Right.
Because again, we want huge community buy-in.
Yeah,
So
of course.
we go to large majority of the businesses here in the city. A lot of them are very responsive, and thankfully a lot of them are willing to kind of go with us and help us put this event on. Putting this event on does also include helping out with the community. Last year we were able to add a toy drive to help over 30 kids within the city. We've expanded that this year. We are looking at, I believe our number is over 100.
Over 100 kids.
At this point that have identified that they need help for Christmas. And so for the city and the number of businesses that go in with sponsorship in this, we're able to help a large number of these kids for Christmas, which is what it's all about, giving back to the community. So yes, we come out and we have a magical parade night, a magical tree lighting, but we also get to stay in the community and help out with kids enjoying Christmas so they can wake up and have a magical Christmas morning.
Right. You want to add anything?
Well, as far as the businesses go, like Chad said, they are also eager to help, whether it is sponsors or if they do a float. They, I've had people come up to me, hey, I want to be on the, planning committee or board or whatever, and we've brought in some new people that had tremendous ideas and that have really grown this event. So it really is a community effort, and we're just really appreciative of everyone. There's so many good people in this community, and it really shines through organizations like this when you kind of see the outpouring of love,
Right.
And they want to give back and create that community sense. So I think that is really one of the biggest things that comes from this whole event, is just seeing your neighbors and people you go to school with and their families and business owners all come together and enjoy the night. So that's really
I love
special.
that. The way that like a Christmas parade could bring so many people together, and we could start all this stuff like the toy drive for so many kids who don't have it as fortunate as a lot of people, and people don't realize how much in our community that some people are really struggling. And Christmas time, I think that is the hardest time of the year to be struggling. And so I really love that we've brought the magic from a Christmas parade throughout the community in general. And so I think that is the best note to wrap it up on. It's truly a blessing, and it's inspirational, I think, to everyone around us and in the community that we have started this. Do y'all have any last thoughts or specific updates to throw in?
We hope to see everyone tomorrow.
Yes, for sure.
Don't forget, if you need to bring the little ones out, it all starts at 2:30.
Right.
And we'll go and till about 9 or so, and just come out and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I'll add that, you know, the weather has been a topic of conversation, but we've been looking at it hour by hour. You know, Pelham Fire Department has been monitoring that with the National Weather Service, and we really believe that we've got a good window from about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon on till at least 6 p.m. where we should be rain-free. I can't say that we will be,
Yeah.
but we should be. So
Hey, a
we'll
little
see.
rain won't melt nobody. I think we would
Yeah.
still come out. I definitely will be there. And so thank y'all so much on behalf of myself, PHS Productions. We greatly appreciate everything y'all do for Pelham in general, and it has not gone unnoticed at all. I'm Lexi Lowery with PHS Productions, and thanks for stopping by.